Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for giving Sineflex Solutions an opportunity to talk about what we bring to the table. Hi, I am Mahesh Iyer, and I will be walking you through this Sineflex solution. Now, before we go into the Sineflex solution, let's try to understand what this healthcare industry looks like and what are the challenges and what we are attempting to solve here. Now, if you see in the healthcare industry, there are three major players: the pharma, the hospitals, and the insurers. Each one of them is leveraging science, and slowly they are moving towards data-driven work. Now, each of those segments has its own problems because the data is in abundance. How to leverage it is a challenge, and then again, the enormous data which is coming from all these sectors, how it can be cross-utilized. So for example, pharma, they are the custodians and they are the consumers of the data. They do the clinical trials, they do check the efficacies. The hospitals, they are doing the patient profiling. They want to do the disease prediction. They want to know who will get sick at what time of the year so that they are better prepared to give the treatments to the patients. And the insurers, their premium is actually based on the predictive analytics. They want to understand what is the life expectancy, what treatments are very effective, so that they can set the premium accordingly. With Narendra Modi coming up with the Ayushman Bharat and then Jan Arogya Yojana and the National Health Stack coming in, the focus is to have lower cost and better healthcare. This is all possible if the data is well utilized. Now, each of those segments are actually trying to leverage this data and do something. So they have their own set of problems. Now, on the other side, you see the academia and the research. They are working on some of the problems. They are coming up with some solutions, not necessarily which are directly applicable there, but indirectly, yes, applicable. That's where Sineflex come into picture. Now, Sineflex, what we are intending to do is bring this all together and give as a platform services to everyone, so that the ones who have the problem have the access to the solution, and the solution providers, they know how the problems are being addressed at the industry level. Now, exactly when I say Sineflex come into picture, what exactly do we do? We actually focus on three things. One is the projects, the second is the events, and the third is the training. Now, on the projects, what we do is we try to find the innovation opportunities wherever it is possible. We know the problems are there in the industry. The academy is working on those. We try to marry them, create into projects, and try to solve the problems. Now, on the events, we conduct the hackathons. We do the innovation activities, idea sprint, so that people across the industry come and collaborate and come up with the innovative ideas. Also, other industries should appreciate what are the challenges in this industry. Now, this will foster the innovation and it will drive the stakeholders in finding the solutions. The lastly is the trainings. As the new healthcare system is being built bit by bit by Modi government, the upskilling and the knowledge of that platform, how to leverage it, how to leverage that, keeping your organization goals into mind, is something that we impart the trainings on. And how do we do it? Now, this is something which is very unique to the industry and to us. It's called the DART framework. What we do is we design, we assess, we raise, and then we transform. What does that mean? See, design is understanding your business problems. It can be a hidden business problem. Once the problem is understood, we try to find the cataloged research solutions or the projects which can actually handle or address such problems. So while we are working with the academia and the researchers, we get these projects, we catalog them, and then as and when the business problem comes in, we try to marry it and see how your business problem can be solved using such catalog solution. So once the marriage is happening between the problem and the solution, we then go on to the race, which is creation of the project, and then using our execution plan and the way we execute the projects, we execute such project. Now the important thing is most of the things get dropped after the project is done, implementation is done. We do not let it happen. We move one step further and we make sure the knowledge transfer is happening, the hand-holding continues, the mentoring happens and the integration goes on. So that's our proprietary framework called the DART framework. That is how we address most of the industry problems, leveraging the academia and the researchers. Now some of the illustrative case studies that we are working on or we have worked on are these. We are working with ICMR, the Indian Council of Medical Research, in understanding the need to streamline the research activities so that they are able to reach their desired goals. Now this is something that we want to do with all the organization, and these goals are not just the financial goals but strategic goals that you want to achieve, keeping the domain and the industry in mind. The second one is the drug development. There are several clients who are into the drug development. We are developing a custom analytics and visualization platform. While the data is available, how do you visualize so that the meaningful insights can come out from those visualization? That is something what we are building. We are trying to build this into a near real time so that the CXOs have the ability to make the decision on the fly whenever they see the data. The third one is the global biopharma firm, which has an Indian subsidiary here. We are building a journey map for their commercialization teams to see how their products commercialization can happen in a shorter frame, keeping the policies and the frameworks that are coming from the government of India. Lastly, this is not the last one, but the last one in the illustrative projects. We are working with the academic partners in upskilling. So we are giving a lot of healthcare oriented trainings as and when new policies and new frameworks are coming into force. Such trainings help upskilling the academia as well as the industry people. Now this is our team. Cineflix is comprising of me, Mahesh Iyer, and my colleague Santosh Shivade. We both founded Cineflix about 2 years back. Now about me, I have around 20 years of experience into global R&D in the healthcare sector. I worked in Novartis. Before founding Cineflix, I was working with Novartis. Prior to Novartis, I was working with Boehringer Ingelheim as well as Bristol Myers. And I want to leverage this healthcare knowledge for the betterment of the Indian markets through Cineflix solutions. Now my colleague Santosh, he has around 14 years of experience again into research and development, but his focus has been mostly onto the drug development. He has led more than 50 such programs. Before joining Cineflix, before founding Cineflix, he was actually a director in Novartis, and he was leading a team of about 120 members for the clinical development and the trials. Now, other roles that he has played in Novartis and outside are he was the clinical trial head of Novartis before becoming the director, as well as he was the project manager in Johnson & Johnson. Now you have understood what Cineflix brings onto the table, and as we spoke over the phone, we understand there are some business challenges that you are facing, and we would like to understand it better to see in what capacity we will be able to solve such problems. We want to see the existing catalog of the solutions, how does it map to your problem. So these are the next steps that we recommend unless you have a different view. Let's plan for a workshop where we understand your business problems. Once we have understood the business problem, we'll map it to the research projects that we already have in our catalogs to see what matches or what matches to the maximum so that your business problems get solved. And if something matches, or if we can come up with a proposal leveraging some project, we'll submit a formal project to you, proposal to you, and once it is approved, we can partner together and have this project executed. That was all. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you coming out today and then hearing about Cineflex solution. We are very excited to partner with you and see what opportunities we can unfold together. My contact details are given in this. I'll share the deck after this presentation. You can always reach out to me through email or phone anytime. And then